this is Sam Cook, and welcome to GameX. Oh, that feels good to say. I have been MIA for a little bit on this series because I didn't have any internet when I was on vacation. And, just make it a top 10! This is the top 10 games coming out this week. In case of emergency, release Raptor by Arsene Games. In case of emergency, release Raptor is an interesting game, to put it lightly, and this one made the top 10. It may not have made a top 5, but it made it into the top 10 because it made me laugh, and because the creator has a really interesting about this game section on Steam that I am a very big fan of. Other than that, this is a game that has obviously tried very hard to give you a fun, procedurally generated level design, being the premise is you're a raptor fighting robots. And that is one of the greatest concepts for a game I have ever seen realized on screen. This one comes out on the 22nd of August. Watching Grass Grow in VR, the game, by EVR. Watching Grass Grow in VR, the game, as the title is a very interesting VR game. Don't want to spend too much time, but it looks very pretty. It looks very silly. You have to stop things from eating your grass with rocket launchers and guns, and it's pretty much the funniest VR game I have seen to date. This one comes out on the 22nd of August. Stay Close by Blind Bird. Stay Close is an open-world survival game that honestly has some of the most beautiful graphics I have seen, and in a way, it kind of looks like, at first in the trailer, Sam is jealous about not having this apartment simulator, but as I look into it more and I'm looking at the pictures, I am really enjoying the visual aesthetic they've given this open-world survival, where you have to survive against unique, terrifying-looking creatures and just submerge yourself in this. There's also co-op, there is a lot of survival horror elements, and it just looks like an overall interesting new take on the survival horror genre that I haven't seen done in a while. I love survival horror as a genre, I'm a horror fan. This one looks like it's going to make it on to my top list of games when I do play it. This one comes out on the 22nd of August. Deus Ex Mankind Divided by Eidos Montreal. This one really does not need my description. It's from an established, well-known, well-respected series, and I really think that you're going to know what you're getting going into it. I will say that this game looks absolutely gorgeous. I will say that this one looks like it's well worth the $70, the original equivalent. And overall, this is going to be a great game. I have a lot of faith in Eidos Montreal making this Deus Ex game just as great. It's just going to be another entry into a great series, and that is all you need to know on this one. This one comes out on the 23rd of August. Worms WMD by Team 17 Digital Limited. Worms WMD is the long-awaited sequel to Worms 2, Worms Armageddon, and it is shaping up to be just as good, if not better. You're going to have all your classic Worms characters, you're going to have some new stuff, you're going to have Worms tie-ins with other video games. It's really shaping up to be this fun, funny, turn-based, awesome experience like the old games, but bringing in its own new flair to really sell itself. It's going to be amazing in my opinion. I am a big fan. I have always been a fan of Worms and Worm-like games, and to see this new one coming out with as much push behind it as I have seen with this one, I'm just really excited. I hope you are too. This one comes out on the 23rd of August. Abduction by Cyan. Now, Abduction is something that I didn't even know was existing until I started doing the research for this video, but it is kind of like a spiritual successor to Myst and Riven, which if you know anything about me personally, and I think I've talked about it a bit in some of our older stuff, those are some of my favorite games of all time. I played them with my mom growing up, and overall, just a great experience. I think they're fantastic games with fantastic story, and I trust anything that Cyan is putting out that is similar. If you look at this game, it is gorgeous. It has otherworldly, ethereal, graphics, and the premise of the game itself is really interesting and different and unique, and if you check it out on Steam, you're gonna love it if you were into Myst or Riven or anything from that franchise. This one comes out on August 24th. The Other 99 by Burning Arrow. The Other 99 is a first-person action survival game in the vein of Rust, but with a lot more story to your actions and why everything is happening. Essentially, you're ripped from your life, and you awaken on just a desolate island. All you have is a note that tells you that the only way off is through the other 99. Now, the other 99 are 99 other people on the island. And you're going to have to either murder these people that do have their own story, that will tell you their story, that will make you really think about your actions and push you to your moral qualms. This game is coming out to early access, but it does say that you're going to be able to scavenge items, craft new weapons, you're going to have more enemies, more personalities and emotions, more secrets, and more islands to explore. This one comes out on the 25th of August. Tavernier by From the Bard. Tavernier is a blend of genres that I don't think I would have thought to put together had I been tasked with creating a strange game. But on the flip side, Tavernier is a mix between a management simulator and an interactive storybook or visual novel. So this game tasks you with running a tavern in a medieval fantasy world. Those places that you always stop in at, the inn in town, if you will. But in this game, besides just having a lush story to act out, I guess, in your own way, you have to make your business prosper, and you're going to have to do, economical things, but you're also going to have to make choices through the story that will directly affect your business and the world around you. And you're going to have to pay your taxes. Are you the kind of person that would like to be a nice, fun guy, or maybe a very stingy business owner? All that's going to be possible when this one comes out on the 25th of August. N++ by MetaNet Software. If you were a gamer on the PC in the early 2000s, and you enjoyed looking around the internet, going to flash games, and all that, you will know what N is. That being said, N++ is a game that is 12 years in the making, and it shows. N++ features 2,360 handcrafted levels, not procedurally generated, handcrafted and play-tested to the extreme levels. There's custom levels also, so it's pretty much an endless platforming game. And that's amazing because what they have built in this game through the rigorous testing phase that I spoke of is next to perfection in the genre. If you have played any of the endgames, or if you haven't, I thoroughly recommend N++. This one's out on the 25th of August. Starr Mazer DSP by AGM Playism. Starr Mazer is a side-scrolling shoot-'em-up that is really inspired by the classics of the genre. Think Gradius or Lords of Thunder, but you get a roguelike twist on how lives and continues work. Now, I don't want to go into too much detail because you can always find that on the Steam page, like I say throughout the video, but it works on a recruit and money system that I think is a really cool take on the genre. Not only that, you will unlock new pilots as you go through all of the levels, and it looks like a lot of fun, but what really sold me on this game was the story behind everyone that had worked on it. You can find that, you can find the message from the publisher of the game on the Steam page. I really think you should read through. Overall, I think this game looks great, and this one is out on August 26th. And that's all I have for you this week on the top 5 games coming out this week. 10 video game special, I suppose is what we could call it. But we will be back next week on our new day, once again, Saturday, for more top 5 video game content. Once again, I am Sam Cook. Have an awesome day.